Hey there guys, I'm Dankz564 and this continues for Let's Play of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And you know what, I realized I should probably listen a little bit more careful about the previous leader of the Order of the Flaming Lands, because it appears to be that mad half-of-woman from that forest. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go and see what it is. Also, yeah, other than that, I think we're okay. We need to talk to Targona here. The angel greets you warmly, but her eyes remain sad. Greetings, my rescuer. There are many things I wish to speak to you about, but now I can't seem to find the words. Being free feels exhilarating, but the bitter realization of how many terrible things happen in my absence weighs on me. Never before has my soul been troubled by so many warring emotions. I contacted the Hand of the Inheritor as soon as I got out. Here in Galarian can freely send messages to my celestial brethren, so I know more than I know more now than when we first met. I know what happened over the years I was held prisoners. I know that this is the fifth crusade, driven by depression and daring like none before it, and driven by desperation, not depression. And I know about the hope you have brought to all of us. I thank you. You are the light in the darkness. What did you want to talk about? Talk may not be the right word. I need to tell you something important. Listen. You know the truth about the wordstones, how their power is built upon the angels locked inside. My dear brother Lariel and I were supposed to end up inside the wordstones, but we both escaped that fate. He perished, Targona gathers her strength, and I was captured by Arilu. But there is something else you should know. Even the glorious herald of my goddess was not immediately aware of this. The power of wordstones comes from the selflessness of those imprisoned within. It is not sophisticated magic that wounds and binds demons, but the angels' voluntary sacrifice, their forging of freedom in the name of duty. The truth is, in some rare cases, there is no need to seal anyone inside an artifact to achieve a similar magic effect. There are some such individuals among mortals and immortals who are willing to give their lives to protect others. And when this happens, the mortal or immortal can become a living wordstone of a sort, weakening and holding back demons by the force of their presence alone. Unbeknownst to me, I acquired this power. Even immersed in my enchanted sleep, I protected the poor folk who were imprisoned in Ariel's laboratory with me. And Eliandra and Katarir did the same at the Polaris Fall. It was their self-sacrifice, so different but always sincere, that protected the temple, not Polaris' power. The Hand of the Inheritor had long suspected this, but only after speaking to me did he finally realize the truth. He wants you to know, once we have dealt with more urgent matters, he wants to search for rare souls capable of becoming living wordstones. They will be in the vanguard of your crusade. If he was a living, like Katarir was captured. If he was a living wordstone, how was he captured then? They will be in the vanguard of your crusade, and they will make demons and demon lords alike tremble in fear. Living wordstones? How can we find such people, and what are they capable of? I don't have the answer to your questions. Being a living wordstone is more than just power. It's more than a gift. It's a true miracle, and like all miracles, it is extremely rare and is manifested only in dire circumstances. It is likely why we never heard of such things before now. The demon invasion is the gruesome catalyst that has awoken this hidden power in the souls across Galarian. But now that we know what we are looking for, we can recognize these special lights in others. It will be our weapon in our fight against the Abyss. Did you really know about your special abilities? I don't know, she never mentioned it, but something about me piqued her interest. Many of her prisoners were unusual in one way or another. And when she left and ceased her experiments, I think that too was an experiment of sorts. Perhaps she even continued to observe us somehow. Can your wing be healed? If there is such a way, it is unknown to me. The wing has become part of me. I even feel that if I were to cut it off, it would grow back, just as deformed as it is now. Its existence is a challenge for me, and there's nothing left to do but accept it. I'll have to live wondering consistently whether foulness is creeping into my soul just as it has crept into my body. And may Iomade help me if my fears are ever realized. Are we going to return to heaven? I wouldn't dare. With this wing, with foulness that has become part of me, how could I enter the light of heaven, the shining light of heaven? Besides, I don't want to leave you and the Crusaders. I was meant to join my brother and my brothers and sisters inside the Wardstone. Since that did not come to pass, I want to serve Crusades in another way. Okay, thank you, I'll be going now. Wait. Targona hesitates. I didn't dare to ask you before. I wasn't sure I could take the answer, but please tell me how my brother Lariel died. I miss him so much, I want to know what his final minutes were. He fought until the last breath to save his mortal comrade, and he left his sword to be raised up by another in the future. We have to do the same. Protect each other, or even if in impossible situations. Nurture our hope and know how to give it to others. So that light we carry now will shine on even after we die. Thank you for your answer. Like a ray of light, it has revealed the path I must follow. Okay, so now we need to re-unearth. Yes, we need to talk to the guy in the prison on the cusp of the abyss. Right. Okay, let's go talk to what's her face, Nistra, right? Or before we do that, let's go talk to the Storyteller and see what kind of relic he can assemble for us. We'll also need to give him his what do you call it? Hand over the bloodstained page. I found it in a molten scar. The Storyteller cringes and puts his hand on the bloodstained page. His face contors into a painful grimace, his voice trembling with terror. No, he is here again, the terrible grating voice, the horrific semblance of face, the monstrous appearance, myriad insects forming a body with 2 arms and 2 legs. He touches me and the disgusting creatures attacked my flesh, covering me. They're eating me. They are hungry and will devour everything except my eyes and tongue. So I can see and see this damn page, so that I can translate the runes written in ancient, long-forgotten Elven language. And I translate. It hurts so much. I tried to lie to him. I changed the translation, but he saw through my lie. He got angry. Now I'm not lying. I'm not. He takes one of the insects from my face and squishes it with his fingers over the inkwell. Then he dips the quill in it and writes with my blood, right over the runes. And I continue to dictate. Callistra, when will this be over? Let me die. Xanthir, let me die. Storyteller jerks back his hand, terrified. Oh god, such horrible torture. This poor man was tortured to decrypt my notes. He was so tormented that his suffering became thick like molasses? My mind is drowning in it. My own memories are hidden by these images of horror. I can try to get through to them, but I will need your help. Tell me everything you've seen and heard. I will try to lean on your words and to use them as light in the darkness of my forgotten past. Storyteller takes bloodstained page carefully, as though handling a dangerous insect. I see a magic shape. There is a force pulsating in the center. You've seen the ritual. Tell me, what was it? What was its central point? Its magic knot. Hmm. I don't remember. The center of the magic... Oh, shit. Was a prisoner, right? I guess? Yes, a storm of force spiraling into sharp knife, and the living soul inside in the eyes of the whirlwind. There must be a living soul, for the knife is just a tool. The engineers are too bright. I can see... The energies are too bright. I can't see through the glare. What did you see during the ritual? What was it like? I know, small rift in the abyss. I'm not entirely sure which ritual are they talking about. Yes, a rift, an umbilical cord connected to the world, allowing not only sentient creatures but planar energies to travel through it. I remember it, and the sound. I remember the sound. Words appealing to some force. Those performing the ritual, did they utter something, some incantations? Ah, right, this one. Yeah, Ravuch or something? Ravuch, no name, and an old word with tremendous power. The language to which it belongs died a long time ago, but the power of this word lives on. In the past, wizards used it in rituals when they intended to do something far-reaching and contrary to the natural order of things. By hiding their names, they protected themselves from the consequences and the wrath of the gods. Ravuch, I have no name. You will not find me. Now I remember. I know where I saw this ritual. Part of it. I'm one step closer to understanding what happened to me. Thank you for finding more pages like this. Please bring them to me. Maybe by putting them together I will be able to lift the veil of the mystery surrounding my story. Yeah, find the page. So clench the broom. It's been 2 years since I started to serve the darkness. She found me in the Ivory Labyrinth, her gaze piercing through all my protective spells, as if they had been cast by untrained apprentice rather than a last archmage of Keonian. She's powerful and insidious. She's the perfect assassin. Her name is Noctiula. Oh, the Lady Noctiula is being beautiful but deadly creature. Even demon lords aren't safe from her deadly seductions. She's the demon lord of succubuses, right? Yeah, I think so. She invited me to Alushnira, the city of demons in the depth of the abyss, the capital of Midnight Isles. The Lady in Shadow highly values my abilities to remain unnoticed. Kneeling before her throne, I listened to her praises and felt like a child being given a pat on the head for doing some simple chore for the first time. But this is no longer important. Now I serve a demon lord, for this is our agreement. She will help me decrypt the scribbles I copied in the Ivory Labyrinth. In return, I will serve her as a court mage and spy for the next 17 years. Now, Alushinira is my home, and Noctiula is my lady in shadow. Tell me about life in Alushinira. Of all the places in Abyss, this is the most civilized. My lady wants to make her capital the face of the Abyss, and travelers from other planes can visit, and without too much fear. I don't care. I am here only to complete my service, get promised reward, and return to Galarian. However strange as it may be, Alushinira demons treat me honorably. They hate me sometimes, growl at me, but they never attack. I prepared many spells and I am ready to use them at any moment, but I've had no reason yet. I have my own tower in this upper city, not far from my lady's palace. I've strengthened it with protective spells and set golems to guard it. I created a portal to Galarian at the top of the tower, one which only I can use. It will be my escape route if I need to flee urgently. I expect an attack every day, but it never happens. This might sound ridiculous and surprising, but I think demons of Alushinira respect me. I trusted a demon lord? My lady in shadow has no reason to hide the truth from me. She does not care about my research. She offered me help out of curiosity. I'm something of a bizarre pet to her, both funny and useful. The storyteller shakes his head. She offered me help, and I agreed. I must thank my lady for her generosity. 70 years of service, translating 17 phrases from Baphomet Labyrinth. A bargain. Please continue. Storyteller stays silent for a short while, as if listening to something. I can smell anything but sewage. I can hear some demon snores or death rattles. Hidden by a cocoon of spells, I keep an invisible watch in a dirty alley in Alashura lower city. 2 winged shadows sweep past overhead, and the terrible stone-splitting shriek rolls like a tide through the streets. But it can't hurt me. I know the ways of this city and have protected myself from Alexia wild antics. My voluntary partner, a young half-elf named Kinney, sings loudly and says yet again, "They're not coming." Sighs silent loudly, not sings. I shrug just as I have done every time before. I'm not keeping you. Kinney frowns and turns away in response. I sneak a look at my friend. His unruly lock fall over his face. Kinney carelessly sweeps them out of his eyes, thinking about something. I find myself enjoying this gentle movement and look away. Embarrassed. Have a little more patience, my friend. Soon our goal will be here, I'm sure of it. You mentioned Velexia. Tell me about her. The maddest succubus of all those born in the abyss. Even the Lady in Shadows can't but smile upon hearing of the latest mayhem she stirred up just for fun. Surrounded by her 3 succubus friends, known as the Sirens, she flies naked over the city, crushing buildings with her raging screams, grabbing poor passerbys, taking them up in the sky and lashing them down onto the rocks, getting into raging fights with no rhyme or reason. Truly, Velexia is the bane of Alashura, but also its wild heart. I didn't expect you to find out you had a partner. I didn't expect it either. Kinney is from Galarian just as I am. He is a thief and a former slave. He escaped from the Cyclops of the Dying Empire. I met him before I left Galarian for the Abyss, in my old tower. A thief who sought not my life but a shelter. A place to spend the night, and protection from his former masters. My charms worked. Kinney couldn't get past the ground floor of the tower. That's where I found him, sitting on the floor, entangled in my trap's living vines. I freed the helpless thief. I wasn't angry at his intrusion. I wasn't even glad to talk with this restless youth of short-lived folk. I had no idea how much I had missed companionship. After that, Kinney often spent night in my tower, partaking in my hospitality. Together we lived throughout the terror of Earthfall, and when time came, I took him with me to the Abyss. Recently he has even helped me carry out some of my lady's tasks, those that give him opportunity to make some money. Does your partner know about your goal to save Galarian? Oh yes, we've discussed my plans many times, sitting at the top of the tower, nursing goblets of warm wine. Kinney shares my love for our dear Galarian, and supports my desire to save its doomed civilizations. My friend is not like me at all. He is young, hot-tempered and mischievous. He prefers to act first and deal with the consequences later. Perhaps this is why we get along so well. Opposites attract. Finally, my patience is rewarded. I see a slouching demon in rags, so pathetic that even demon guards of Lushinira would not lay a hand on him out of disgust. But my spell-enhanced vision can't be fooled. I see Incubus, the Phorian, the ruler of Alushinira, who answers only to Lady in Shadow herself. Passing a step away from me, the Phorian stumbles and falls into a puddle of sewage, rousing disdainful chuckles from a few witnesses. But I won't be fooled by this game. Instead, I concentrate on becoming even more focused. My lord, I've discovered this crystal of unknown power on one of Midnight Isles. Have a look. A hand holding a heart-sized crystal, burning with purple flame, emerges from under the rags. The incubus hand is shaking, the skin on his palm slightly smoldering from the touching crystal. The demon's reflection in the bottle of sewage ripples and changes. I don't hear the Foreign talking to his mysterious lord. The incubus hides the purple crystal back under the rags. As you wish, my lord. No, Noctiula knows nothing about these crystals, I'm sure. Of course, Lord Sokoth Benoth. The Demon Lord is the patron of sexual and other hedonistic gratification, seeing the world as his plaything, one that serves up the violence and destruction of which he is especially fond of. He is the brother of Nocticula. Is it Nocticula or Nocticula? I wince. I have no desire to stand in the way of the Demon Lord. Turn around. You see, Kenny, we were able to get the evidence of Zephonian's treason. I was right. But my friend is nowhere to be seen. It was Nahindrian crystal? You're right, this is probably one of the first crystals discovered by demons, if not the first one. I'm glad it took demons so long to discover the crystal's true properties, otherwise the invasion by the abyss could have happened much earlier. I'm standing at the front of my tower. There is a goblet of warmed wine in my hand. Nocticula was pleased with my raid. Oh no, she won't kill Zephorian on the spot. My lady punishments are much more sophisticated. Banishing, demotion, even transformation to pathetic creature like Incubus was masquerading as. Nocticula has not a lot of choices. I don't care. I've done my part. I sip from my goblet and turn to my friend without saying a word. Kenny takes out a rag from under his shirt and shows me the purple crystal warped in it. I chuckle. That's where my friend went at the end of the raid. Well, we're going to keep the crystal. I will study its properties in detail and find out if it will help us achieve our goal. Nocticula doesn't have to know that I have the crystal now. Let her look to Zephorian or her demon lord brother for it. I drink from the goblet again and look down. Alushinira lies at the bottom of the tower like a faithful dog at the feet of its master. I earn respect here. When the lady in shadows needs my words, I feel a treacherous smile appear on my lips. Of course, when 17 years have passed, I will return to Galarian, but for now, I like my life here. Storyteller is quiet for a long while, thinking about what he saw, then runs his hand over his face, timid, tired. I served the Demon Lord, and what's more, I liked it. I did not expect this from myself. I was completely different thoughts, desires, motives. What made me change so much? I don't know. The Storyteller shakes his head ruefully. Okay. Okay, one more page. More page. More page. Okay. Triggered again another memory. His voice became a bit younger and more energetic. My feet are covered by crawling carpets of locust. A few insects got under my clothes, under my shirt, down my back and my pants. They are crawling all over me, tickling my skin with wild little legs. They will not attack until they recognize me as a stranger. Protective spells are guarding me, allowing me to deceive the pestilent denizens of rasping rifts. I keep very still. I'm but an observer, an uninvited guest who prefers to remain unnoticed. I don't hold my breath with Demon Lord Dascaris wings his thighs over Izyagna. I feel nothing when Izyagna deftly avoids the blow and tries to strike Dascari in return. I'm here by the order of Lady Nocticula. I observe the fight and then return to Alushinira. The affairs of demon lords do not concern me. Why did Nocticula send you to follow Dascari? I don't know, and I don't want to know. My service to the lady in shadow is almost over. It's the 17th year of my life in the Abyss, and I'm already counting days to the end of the term. Who is Isigna? She's a rising demon lord, servant of Lamashtu. Oh. She simultaneously inhabits 7 mighty ant-like bodies. Isigna and Descaria are always sniping at each other, but they dare not enter into open war, fearing Lamashtu's wrath. The current fight is just a small quarrel, 1 in a million. Isigna came to the Rasping Rifts with only 3 of her 7 bodies. I'm sure it will be easy for Descaria to destroy the intruder. Where's your friend Kini now? Here with me, of course. The stubborn lad refused to stay in Alushnira and volunteered to accompany to the Rasping Rift. He said he wouldn't miss such an exciting adventure for the world. His youthful zeal and desire to live life to the fullest seem to make me younger too. Riftcarver Descari's scythe swings up again with a whistle through the air. It lodges in the ant-like head of one of Isigna's bodies. Greenish slime splatters the poisonous drops falling on my face. I keep very still. With last convulsive movement, the ant-like body winces, tearing the scythe from the Descari's hands and jumping back, only to drop on its side and lie still. Loss will hardly worry Isigna. To kill her, one must destroy the heart, which is hidden deep under Yanaron, the city in Lamashtu's realm. Disarmed, Descari turns to Isigna's second body that is attacking him. I slowly turn to Kini, who is sitting next to me. My young friend is usually easily impressed by such mighty opponents fighting, but the seat next to me is empty. Kini is gone. Forgetting about the danger, I look around for my friend. The swarm of locusts at my feet buzzes, displeased, but the need for secrecy no longer seems so important. Where is Kini? They killed Kenny! God damn it, you bastards! After a moment I see him, and a treacherous shiver runs down my spine. My friend is standing over Isigna's fallen body and reaches for Descari's thighs sticking out of it. What's so special about his scythe? Riftcarver has power over the material and over the planes. Descari made this scythe with his own hands from his mother's skeleton. It can cut rifts in the planes themselves. The Demon Lord uses it to make the Rasping Rifts, his own abyssal realm in the plane of the Abyss. Kini, stop! Don't touch it, I scream. Throwing caution to the wind, my friend turns to me, his face baffled. I understand him to an extent. The scythe, able to rip passages between planes, will certainly help us save Galarian, but trying to steal it is rash and stupid. We have nothing to defend ourselves against the Demon Lord's rage. Stop, my friend, before it's too late. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Descari lift another Isigna's body and tear it to pieces with his bare hands, but I don't hear his howl of victory. The Demon Lord throws away the still body of his enemy and turns to us. The swarm of insects is biting my feet. Locusts cover my eyes, hitting me in the face, trying to get inside my nose, mouth, and ears. Nevertheless, I get to it first, grab the giant scythe, and swing it awkwardly in the air. The Riftcarver is so heavy, my hands instantly cramp. I have no idea how I managed to lift it at all. I drop the scythe on the ground, but the damage has been done. Right in front of me there is a small rift, a wound in space. The smell of Alushnira sewage comes out of it. A wonderful smell that brings me hope for salvation. I grab Kini's sleeve and dive into the rift. Only a moment before the scary claws cut the air where we just stood. I angered the Demon Lord, and my life was hanging by a thread. I'd never have thought that something like that could happen in my life. How many dark sides of my past will I have to find? I'm starting to fear that I might see the next pages of my notebook. Okay. Please examine the items. Let me see. I sense power. The item belonged to someone truly powerful. of a piece of old cloak. It was created as a gift. It's so hazy. I would like to learn this story, but it would take much to revive such mighty relic. If you can get 5 vials of magic essence, 2 bars of cold iron, 2 vials of demon blood, and 3 skins of magical creatures, I will try to restore it. Okay. But we can restore the gauntlets. So let's do that. Restoring broken gauntlets. Okay. Now, what are those? By the way, this is greater magic. Where is she? There. Oh, yeah, it's fully occupied. What's that? Wand of Good Hope? Remove disease, we don't need that. Now let's put this meta magic rod over here. And how about we remove souls? What is this? That's a lot of story. Can we get to the stats? These spike gauntlets grant the wearer's animal companion, as well as Azata's dragon or a lich skeleton companion, plus 6 bonus to strength ability. At the beginning of battle, the creature must pass a will saving throw or start attacking party members. If the initial saving throw is failed, the creature can make a new saving throw each round. Ooh, that might be a problem. Where is the horse? Because its will is pretty low. Yeah, 16, it's basically 50-50. No. Yeah, we cannot give it to him. Like, maybe if a dragon, I'm pretty sure the dragon would have a better will. But this is not, nope. Not going to do that. Right, I also wanted to see if anybody will be able to use this armor. You can you equip it? You can. Who else? Not you, probably. You can equip it, but yeah, you already have good armor, I think. And you're usually like behind and I don't use. Okay, let's give it to him. Why not? Okay. In terms of weapons, I think we're okay here. Okay, that was interesting. Now I think I will make a cut here and we'll continue in the next episode where we'll actually go ahead and continue with the quests. So, while in the meantime I'll sell everything. Thank you guys for watching, hopefully you enjoyed it, and goodbye.